Peace, blessings, love, and light. Welcome back to Deep Speak with Brother Sadiq. So, it's obvious I don't get on here every day. I get on here when I'm called, when I'm moved to do so. So I have been once again today, and today I want to talk about the Matrix and how successful it has been. I ain't talking about the movie. I'm talking about the experience of living in the Matrix. So if you're not consciously aware that this setup in itself is a matrix, then you got some research to do, and you should probably go watch the movie, and you should get a good understanding of what I mean when I say that. Anyway, this matrix has been so successful because it has many ways to continuously keep you occupied. I'm gonna just give a quick rundown of the average American life, right? The typical adult American life. You get up in the morning, you go to work, right? You go to your job, wherever it may be. You doctor, McDonald's, plumber, whatever your job may be. You get up every day and you go and you pursue this thing. And generally speaking, you're working for someone else. It's not your own company. It's someone else's company, and you're just an employee at that company. So you're actually pushing someone else's vision and dream forward. And they're probably somewhere relaxing and chilling and building or whatever they do. But the point is, most of us work at a job that is someone else's company and their vision and their belief and their goals and their dreams. And we wake up every day and we push that forward with our 8 hours. And after our 8 hours, we don't generally come home and build on our own dreams. We get up in the morning, go have breakfast sausage on the way to work, some coffee to keep you charged up, that keep you going till noon, and then you have your lunch and you eat a ham sandwich or whatever you may eat, and then you push through until 5 o'clock or whatever, and then you go home and you feel like you've completed a day, and you sit down and you say, man, wow, it's over, I'm good, got through that day, you know what I mean? And when you get through that day, you sit on your rear end and you have a beer, or a shot, or whatever you do, take a line, pop a pill. I don't know what people do, smoke a doobie, whatever you do that, and you wait on dinner, and you wait on the wife, and she cooks, and you get the dinner and you eat your dinner, and you say, hey, babe, you want to watch a movie? She don't want to watch a movie. You watch the game, and drink a beer, and go in the bedroom, may have, a little sex, and you do this every day. You wake up and you do it again the next day. Same rhythm. Breakfast sandwich, lunch, get off work, have a beer, play the video game, drink a beer, watch a movie, make some love, get up, do it the next day, and so on and so forth. On the weekend, every once a month, you and your boys may go to a cabin and go fishing or something, you know what I mean? And that's the experience of your life until you die. So that is such a general reality that that's one of the major roles in the matrix, right? It's one of the major things that keeps you distracted, that you constantly worried about, and you constantly have to be focused and worried about paying your bills and surviving and grinding and all of the things that keep you focused on life, right? And you have to do this in some way. So it's not something that's totally detrimental, but it can overwhelm your reality, especially if when you get off work, you don't begin to build or study or focus or grow anything for yourself. So, you go along on this track of, going to work, get off on the weekend, have your little whatever you do, and then you go back to work and you go back to work. So you live more in the matrix than you do in your own reality of what you're trying to create. And then there's this thing in America called the midlife crisis, right? Midlife crisis. Look it up if you're not familiar with it. The midlife crisis. It happens, in my opinion, because you have a purpose in life. I feel like every being alive was born with a purpose, especially just that's the reality. That's how I feel. I feel like every being who was born by the intention of the Creator saying, okay, your turn to be here. What shall you do? Your turn to be here. Reach your fullest potential and produce what you shall, right? So this is my belief, right? And so if you come to this plane and you get stuck in this matrix, and at 50, still talking to midlife crisis, right? You're stuck in this matrix of whatever the job say. You wanted a career as a doctor or a lawyer, or whatever the family or brought prestige or financial wealth or whatever. And then at 50 or whatever age, you begin to have this midlife crisis, which is you start looking at your life, and though you have the cars and the house and the college and the, savings and all of this stuff covered, you still feel incomplete. There's something missing. And people think it's money. It's not money. There are people who, jump off of buildings, with $3 million in their account still. There are people who take pills and self-exterminate from this planet who have money in the bank. So money is not the solution to these problems. And so this midlife crisis occurs. And, in America, the typical thing is, for men, this is something generally speaking for men in America. They go out and they get a car, something that they always wanted, a Corvette, or go get a motorcycle, or, buy a yacht or some extreme thing, and it shocks the family. And, they might cheat on their wife, and with their secretary or some young girl or a prostitute or however, you know what I mean? This is part of the midlife crisis. This is something that you can look up. It's consistent in America. They make movies about it. Anyway, all of these things are due to the success of the Matrix. It is so successful that people are born into it, and because it's so successful, their parents have done it, the society does it, the TV promotes it, every facet of media promotes this rhythm of life, okay, this system, that those who have some conscious about themselves call the Matrix, okay? So, the Matrix and its success is a terrible thing, because what it does is cause you to forget that you have a purpose on this planet, that each individual being, was a thought of the Creator. The Creator had a thought about you as a specific existence, you as an individual being. There is no other you. There can never be another Michael Jordan, so y'all should stop trying. There will never be another LeBron James. There will never be another Snoop Dogg. There will never be another punk-ass Tyson DeGrassi lion-ass scientist either. So there are only one. You will only be the only one. You will only ever be the only one. You are a unique individual. And if you don't begin to discover why you are here, discover your own magnificent purpose, your own specific purpose for being here, then you get trapped in this matrix, and it's so easy to do. And it takes effort to gain the wisdom to know why you're here, right? It takes effort. It takes spiritual work. It takes questioning of yourself and your motivations. Like most of y'all like rap music and want to be basketball players or, rappers, because all of this is controlled television, matrix media that shows you what you have the ability to be. All of the kids want to be rappers and basketball players because that's what they see as successful, especially black people, black men, right? And the sad fact of it is that, the majority of you never make it there. But you could be you could be the Michael Jordan of a lane that you've never even considered entering, because society has told you, this matrix has told you, these are the lanes that are available to you. Just like, in white society, these guys grow up and they have an energy to do something that their spirit tells them to do, but society and all of the things that go along with society say, no, you should go and be a doctor because that's a successful, prestigious line of work, and it'll cause you to have financial success and whatever. But they end up tied into that practice, hourly, daily, dealing with patients, because you cannot make money being a doctor if you don't have investments. If you have to spend every one of your hours dealing with patients, then you're in this no better condition than somebody who works at McDonald's in the sense of your time. right? Your time is valuable. And the way the Matrix takes your time is by keeping you distracted, okay? It keeps you distracted by watching TV and in your phone all day, smiling at 5-second clips of this and that. You know what I mean? Shaky girls, you know, curvy girls with their clothes off, or, you know, funny jokes, people being stupid, hurting themselves. All of these different things that y'all get distracted by. You spend no time searching out who you are, why you here, the theme of your life, the stream of consciousness that has brought you to the very point that you are at. And so the Matrix and its success is totally viewable all around you when you have a sense of consciousness about you. The people are totally captured. But I learned this equation as a young man, and it's the 85% are the deaf, dumb, and blind, and they will be guided into whatever the fad is. And that the 10% will continue to try to control, you know, all of society through their financial, you know, chess moves. And the 5% is people like myself. So though there is frustration in watching your people be manipulated by the Matrix, the fact that I have this spiritual equation has always helped me to keep some form of balance. But you have to shake from the Matrix. You have to shake the Matrix. You have to empower yourself. Black love equals black power. So you need to community. You need a community. You need to unite with people who have the same understanding that you have and build with them. So I will do another video later talking about the processes that I am in building with my people. So, you know, let's go. You know, we have to shake the Matrix, but look around you. It's extremely successful. Most of us have forgotten that we even have a purpose, and that if we reach our full potential, we will be the Michael Jordan or the Snoop Dogg or whoever it is that you envision yourself wanting to be in your own lane. You have to create your space in your own lane. You have to create what you see as the best vision for your world in this time. Please do not become another statistic in the Matrix as it goes forward into the metaverse. Peace, blessings, love, and light. One love.